Get grounded, get settled, find a good seat. And a seat is relative to you and your body. As we step into the Durga practice, one of the key teachings from Durga is she's the goddess of power and fierce love, but she's really about protecting what is sacred to her. And our body, our vessel, is one of the most, if not the most sacred gift we've been given in this life. And when we take on the practices of yoga, they're just rich with metaphor, rich with teachings, rich with tools to add to your toolbox so that you can live your best life. And in order to live our best life, we often have to know how to set appropriate boundaries. When we set appropriate boundaries physically, we learn how to harness a certain power, and that power is muscular energy that pulls us into the greater strength of what we are, and then we have something to move and expand through the body. Spiritually, the practice is about knowing how to take the good in life and assimilate it and do something with it, even when, and especially when we see things that irk us or provoke us or really make us like that kind of mad, angry self that we can be. And how do we harness that for good? And then when we open up to these powers, so Durga rides a tiger, and she comes in on this badass tiger, and the tiger represents metaphorically the prana, the energies that move through us. And so she knows how to harness those powers. And part of her story is also she's been gifted the boons from each and all of the gods and goddesses who came together in a moment of like, we need someone, something, some powerful powerhouse that can help us address what's going on, this really insane demon of ego and greed and just pulling things out of the spiritual gift of life. And so our god Agni today is going to make a guest performance, probably maybe even be the main highlight, because Agni, the fire god, is in charge of how this process of transformation and how all of the energy wheels called chakras, the prayer wheels in the body that move the energy. And so they each have a specific role as they move up the central channel. And we learn how to transform and ignite and make the energies more clear and concise. Durga comes in and goes, let me show you how to use that power. Once you open the Shakti and the Kundalini pathways, now what do you do with it? Because practices can be taken on that can really move the energy and open up and gift us extreme power. And then we may not still use them for the highest good. So let's just sit with that for a second and set an intention today. May you learn how to stream the big flow of energy in a way that is going to serve your body, not blow you up, empower you in a way that allows you to do what you want to do. Like, what really gets you off in life? How do you show up as your best self? And how do you use that power to create a world that is not just about you or your passions, but how do your passions ignite and create a better world? So have a seat in another way, maybe cross-legged. If your knees don't want to go into full flexion, you can use 2 blocks. You don't have to use 2 blocks, but you can. You can turn 1 block up higher. Now we're going to take the mudra of Agni, and we know this one. It's called Vajra Padma Mudra, and you interlace the knuckles. Not really, but you cross the knuckles from the hand. And the thumbs point up. And you'll place that to your sternum. And give the little downward pressure on the sternum so you can lift up through the bone of the sternum. And then shoulder blades, give a little tug like you had your fingers in the Chinese finger trap. Give a little tug with the fingers so you can feel your shoulder blades squeeze in and your collarbones go wide. And we'll take a particular breath, Kapalabhati breath. So it's a nice slow inhale, maybe a 1, and then the exhale's 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Inhale 1. Now you're going to use your core with the t. So you're going to push. And then when you inhale, the belly relaxes, but the belly is what's pushing the breath out. Now, one long inhale, one long exhale. We'll take Yana Mudra, so index finger to thumb. Press that down. Close your eyes, and Agni is the governor of sight, our spiritual sight, like that part of you that knows what you know, but you can't really explain it, or you get that gut feeling, that intuition. So you close the physical eye and you access the fire eye. And when you see somebody who's truly healthy and empowered and in all their joy, which Durga is, the light is on. The eyes sparkle. So find the light behind your closed eyelids. Just even if you're having to fake it today, fake it until you make it. As when the going gets tough, Durga's the one you call on, and she will remind you how to live in your power. Now we'll rise up to your knees. Mm-hmm. 2 ways to do this. If you need more space and more stability, you'll take the left foot forward and find a quad stretch, either by just bending the knee and holding the foot, or you'll come into it in Ustrasana form. So either one knee forward to find your quad stretch, or you're in Ustrasana form. Make sure that back elbow is bent and that triceps lifting. Press your foot into your hand and then pull your heel to your glute. Wherever you are, extend the opposite arm forward, plug it in, and now root into the earth as you stretch up. Full Ujjayi breath. Hand behind head. Anchor into the earth, top of the throat back, lower ears back. Open the heart. And slowly release. Circle that out. So if you're going for the Ustrasana variation, I like to start with the leg I'm going to bend slightly behind the other leg so that when I bend the knee, I'm not right on the kneecap. If you're in the lunge version, make sure you move the knee far enough back that when you can pull the leg forward, you're more above the knee into the strength of those quad muscles. Yeah. And once you get your foot, if you're in the Ustrasana version, then you can bring it forward. And we'll just pause in the breath and make sure you're not overarching your lumbar spine. So pull the breath into low back, extending opposite arm. Pull in, root to the earth, and then expand the light. And then hand behind head. Anchor down through the legs as you rise up into the heart. So Durga will teach us how to harness the prana. And if we rise without rooting, we lose the grounded energy, and the grounded energy is what keeps any form of energy in right power. Inhale, release. Downward dog. Last one of your practice. Now I bet the calf muscles and the knees feel really, really good. Trying to force a calf stretch before the biomechanics have been remembered and the muscles that attach to the knee joint have been opened is recipe for tendonitis and the ankle. Strain in the knee. And usually contributes to dysfunction in the lower back. Inhale to your knees. That tiger knee really loves your tiger too. Namaste. Thank you.